Okay guys, so the last thing that we talked about was Hess's law. And Hess's law says that multi-step reactions can have the intermediate reactions, or the ones that are in between, manipulated to reach a final equation. Now, I've probably said Hess's law 4 different ways today, once in first, once in second, once in fourth period, and now in this video. So the definition is not that important. I'm not going to ask you, what does Hess's law say on the test? But the main thing that you want to understand is that not all reactions happen in one step. So for example, like if you have a tree, right? And then all of a sudden you have a piece of paper, right, with some lines on it. That doesn't happen in one step. It has to happen in multiple steps. The tree has to get cut down, then it has to undergo all kinds of chemical treatments and processes. And so, same thing with chemical reactions. And so, what happens though is your delta H, which remember, your delta H stands for change in enthalpy, and it's your bond energies. So there are energies that are required to break bonds, and energy required to form bonds or that get released. And so when you are doing a chemical reactions and bonds are breaking and forming, there's going to be a change in the energy. And any compound that's exactly the same, including the state, so whether or not it's a solid, a liquid, or gas, on both the reactant and product side are going to cancel each other out. So let me show you what I mean by this. And guys, out of all the things we've learned, this is the one that if you're like, I can't learn everything, this is the one, to be honest, I'm like, go ahead and skip. Because the county only asks for you to be able to know how to add them together, essentially. But so this reaction is what we want. And it happens in, there are 2 different reactions that we know of that happen. There's this one and this one. And what we can do is we can use to combine A and B in order to make this reaction here. So if you look, you'll see different parts of this reaction in A and B. So what we do is we look and we add them together. So we add these together. So if you look, everything on the left side of the arrow gets added together. So 2 carbon monoxide gas molecules plus 1 oxygen molecule, mole of oxygen molecules, plus 2 nitrogen monoxide molecules, okay, are on the left side. And then we look at the right side, and you've got 2 carbon dioxide gas molecules plus 1 nitrogen gas molecule plus 1 oxygen gas molecule. And you'll see that oxygen is exactly the same on both sides, so it cancels out. And what you have left over is 2 carbon monoxide gases plus 2 nitrogen monoxide gases produces 2 CO2 gases plus 1 N2 gas, which, hey, perfectly matches what we wanted, which is great. And so because we added our formulas in order to get that matching equation, all you have to do is add these 2 numbers. So that means our delta H would be negative 566.0 plus negative 180.6, and that will give us negative 746.6 kilojoules. And that's it. So essentially on your test, guys, if you see a problem like this, add your 2 numbers together. Now, if you're watching my video and you are in an honors chemistry class in Gwinnett County, your teacher might modify the question where you have to flip the reaction, which means you flip the sign, or you have to multiply the reaction. We're not doing that in our class, so basically you need to know to add them together. So good luck studying for your test.